Shalom and welcome to Voice of Torah podcast, presented by Beit Yisrael International, where the eternal wisdom of Torah meets the heartbeat of today's world. I'm Gaddi Efrayim, and each week we journey together through the sacred scroll of Torah, uncovering divine lessons, ancestral echoes, and soul-rooted guidance, one Parsha, one verse, one revelation at a time. This week's portion, Teitzei-When you go out, is one of the richest in the entire Torah. It contains more commandments than any other Parsha, covering laws about the treatment of a captive woman, the returning of lost objects, forbidden mixtures, the building of a rooftop fence, matters of dignity and protection in cases of rape, the ethics of collateral, and the timely payment of workers' wages. These seemingly diverse laws are woven together to form a vision of a society that balances holiness with compassion, justice with mercy, and responsibility with love. Yet, as our sages teach, within the halakhic details of this Parsha lie profound mystical secrets. The Zohar reveals that one of these commandments, the sending away of the mother bird, Shiluach Hakan, conceals within it a great mystery tied to the redemption of Israel and the coming of Mashiach. Chaim Vital, the great disciple of the Ari, explained that the bird's nest, the Kan Tzipor, is a name for the palace of Messiah. It is the hidden chamber in which the soul of Mashiach waits, weeping with the Shekinah as she sits in exile, longing for Israel's return. The sages say that the Zippor, the bird, is another name for the Messiah himself, who is also called the Prince of Peace, Sar Shalom. The commandment to send away the mother bird is understood as an allegory of arousing divine mercy. Just as the mother bird cries when separated from her young, so too the Shekinah cries for her children scattered among the nations. In that moment of weeping, the Holy One remembers his covenant and hastens redemption. The Midrash even teaches, if you fulfill this command, you hasten the coming of Messiah. The Zohar takes us deeper. The very word kin, nest, is related to takin and tikkun, correction, rectification. The nest represents creation itself, a place that must be repaired and prepared as the dwelling place of the divine presence. The Messiah, hidden in the bird's nest, beholds the Shekinah in her sorrow and raises his voice in prayer for Israel. His tears shake the Garden of Eden until God swears to comfort Rachel and to end the exile. Thus, within Parashat Teitzei, the Torah is not only teaching us laws of social order, but also whispering to us the great mystery of redemption. Every act of justice, every mitzvah fulfilled, every kindness shown to another is a way of building the nest, a way of preparing the world to become a perfect sanctuary for the Shekinah, a place where peace and light will dwell without end. Thank you for listening to Voice of Torah podcast from Beit Yisrael International. Stay tuned, stay rooted, and stay inspired as we continue walking the ancient path lit by the light of Torah.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're embarking on a really profound journey. We're looking into ancient wisdom, specifically from Parashat Teitzei.
That's right.
And there's this one mitzvah, a commandment, about a mother bird. Seems simple, maybe.
On the surface, yeah.
But our sources today, Beit Yisrael International and the Gaddi Efrayim notes, they show is packed with huge spiritual significance.
Immense significance, yeah.
So our mission really is to unpack how this single act, this compassionate act, connects us to divine mercy, to the balance of creation itself, and maybe even to messianic ideas. Okay, let's dive in.
Exactly. The core is this mitzvah, sending away the mother bird before taking the young. Like you said, seems maybe minor.
Right.
But these sources, Beit Yisrael International and Gaddi Efrayim, they show it's anything but trivial.
Okay, so let's start there. The simple act. The Torah says, send away the mother, then take the young. Looks like kindness to animals, doesn't it?
It does, initially. But Beit Yisrael and Gaddi Efrayim, drawing on things like Midrash, Pirkei Avot, they immediately elevate it. They stress that no commandment is small.
No small commandment.
None. And Gaddi Efrayim's notes point out something fascinating. The reward promised here, long life, it's the same reward as honoring your parents.
Wow. That puts it on a whole different level.
It really does. Shows how one act, maybe seemingly small, can ripple outwards, affecting your soul, the world. eternally.
That's a huge shift. So it's not just about the bird. It's about you, your character.
Exactly.
I know commentators like Rambam, they talked about compassion for creatures, avoiding cruel erasure of life, but this character refinement part,
Yeah,
that's where it gets really interesting for your own growth, right?
absolutely. Gaddi Efrayim notes really elaborate here. This mitzvah, it actively shapes you, pushes your heart towards mercy, towards moral restraint. And Beit Yisrael International sees this as the Torah working on you, turning everyday actions into like soul correction, which lifts up everyone, the whole nation. And if you connect that to the bigger picture, ancient teachings, which Gaddi Efrayim shares, say this act literally preserves creation, sustains the world's balance.
Sustains the world from sending away a bird.
Sounds incredible, right? But it links you, the individual, doing the simple thing to cosmic harmony. It's a surprising power in a simple choice.
Okay, so personal ethics, cosmic balance. Now, how does something like this become mystical? That feels like another leap.
It is, and this is where it gets truly profound. The Zohar, a key mystical text, Gaddi Efrayim states flat out, sending away the mother bird awakens divine compassion.
Awakens God's compassion.
Yes, and Gaddi Efrayim unpacks it further. The Shekinah, that's the divine presence dwelling within the world, she's represented by the bird. Her being sent away, it symbolizes her exile.
I see.
Then the Arisal, another great mystic, teaches that this act releases hidden sparks of holiness. It's a tikkun, a spiritual repair, a mending for the Shekinah herself.
A repair for the divine presence.
And Rebbe Nachman adds another layer. He says it mirrors the soul's own cry. It's an act of teshuvah, of returning, turning back to your true self and to the divine.
So it's personal and cosmic repair.
Exactly. And what Beit Yisrael International confirms is just how central this is. This commandment isn't just nice, it's mystical, it's messianic, it's fundamentally redemptive.
Okay, mystical, messianic, redemptive. That leads us straight to this phrase, the bird's nest of Messiah. That image is just, wow. What does that vision actually tell us?
It's a profound revelation, again, from the Zohar via Gaddi Efrayim. It teaches that the Mashiach, the Messiah, dwells in a hidden spiritual place called the bird's nest.
The bird's nest.
And there he gathers up all the prayers, all the tears of Israel. The bird, again, is the Shekinah. The nest, that's her resting place, deep within the soul of the tzaddik, the truly righteous person.
So the Messiah is there
Yeah.
with the Shekinah.
Yes, sharing the pain of exile. Crying with Rachel, our mother, he takes those tears, carries them up to Hashem, to God, and Beit Yisrael International connects this back to us, teaching that the Messiah's journey reflects the rhythm of your soul.
Okay, so how does this connect back to you, the listener, and where does the tzaddik fit in all this?
Well, Gaddi Efrayim explains that tzaddik is like the root of all souls. Think of a tree, maybe, or a nest itself, sheltering those scattered sparks of holiness we mentioned, carrying the Shekinah,
Connecting everyone.
connecting all souls back to their source, yes. The tzaddik is described as both a palace and a bridge. It's through him, through that consciousness, that God's kingship is revealed in this world.
A palace and a bridge.
And this hints at the whole messianic process, you know, the different stages, the concealments and revelations that figures like Rav Chaim Vital described, and Beit Yisrael International mentions too, like the dual roles of Mashiach ben Yosef and Mashiach ben David.
This deep dive, really illuminated by Beit Yisrael International and the Gaddi Efrayim notes, it just shows how one single mitzvah in Teitzei-When becomes this doorway, a doorway into the Torah's hidden light.
Absolutely.
It really isn't just about the birds, is it?
Yes.
It's about Mashiach. It's about compassion. It's about redemption.
And if you connect all that, the implication is pretty staggering. Redemption isn't some far-off abstract thing. It starts right here.
Like you.
With your act of compassion, your tear,
Yeah.
your effort to release a spark of holiness, that simple act, that feeling. It can open the gates of heaven. So the thought maybe to leave you with is, what stands out to you most from this link, this profound connection between your own everyday actions and, well, cosmic redemption?